Sin entered and everything changed. Greed entered, indulgence entered, stress, diseases and sickness. And so today we're talking about the battle of the bulge. Today, as you see on the scale, we're talking about weight loss, but this is just one aspect of a broader field, weight management. In weight management, you can think of weight loss, weight gain, or maintaining the weight you have, depending on what your circumstances are. When we think of weight loss, we think of losing fat. You don't want to lose muscle. You don't want to lose the proteins. So weight loss is basically losing fat. Who here is afraid to step on the scale? Okay. I want to encourage you to let the scale be your friend. Let it drive you. Let it motivate you. You know, the scale is one way of checking how you're doing. You also heard about the BMI, and there's also your body fat content, where they use a caliper to measure. These are different ways. And although the scale is a very common and easy way to check your weight loss, it's not very accurate. So many of us, we try to measure our weight every day. And it's suggested that this is not the proper way. If you're going to use a scale, do it once a week. And do it in the morning. Because, like Latanya says, your weight fluctuates. So if you set up a particular morning each week and you check your weight, that should give you a better way of managing your weight loss. Yes, let the scale be your friend. Now, what is the solution? The real solution to weight loss? The real solution to weight loss is learning to eat well, number one, and also to exercise effectively and safely. I don't know if you can read the bottom line. It says, the only solution to long-term weight management is to eat well and to exercise properly. Yes, losing weight is not a quick fix. You have to think long-term. And later on, I mentioned that it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's like sanctification. Sanctification takes a lifetime, the long term. And so we need to think long term. I've used the slides because I want to leave the pictures in your mind and not so much the words, because as you look at the pictures, I'm sure you can interpret what's written there. And then we can go to your body. I put the slide there so you can visualize what's happening with the food that you eat. The food travels through the, what you call the esophagus, the alimentary canal. It goes down into your stomach. Yeah, it goes into your stomach, and through processes, it's digested. I just want you to see that yellow-looking organ that looks almost like, shapes almost like a carrot. And that's called the pancreas. As the body does its work, it transforms the food we eat. And the end result, really, is energy. Energy for the body to do its work. The body needs energy. It needs fuel. And the fuel we're concerned about today are called the macronutrients. And we're thinking about protein, fat, and carbohydrates. And you'll understand that the reason we want to get rid of fat is that 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 calories. 1 gram of protein is equal to 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrates equal to 4 calories. So if you have a lot of fat around, there will be a lot of calories circulating. And if the calories aren't used, then it's stored as fat. And so this is why we want to lose fat. However, let's remember that proteins has its work to do. It builds muscle. Fat also has its work to do. So remember, we do need some fat, but we need the good type of fat. You hear about HDL, cholesterol. That's fat. Triglycerides, that's fat. We want to think about the unsaturated fat. You hear about omega-3 fatty acids. So we do need fat. Our body needs fat. But we want to get rid of the excess fat. By so doing, we lose weight. If you starve yourself, then you begin to break down your protein. And so trying to lose weight is not about starving yourself. It's about the equation of weight loss, which we'll come to in a minute. Okay. I wanted to give us a picture of what's happening when the body breaks the food down. And we're talking mostly about glucose. The glucose is, let's say, running around in the body. And then that organ, the pancreas, produces insulin, a hormone that harnesses the glucose and takes it inside the cell. The cell is this object right at the bottom here. It is within the cell that the calories, the glucose, is transformed into energy packets so that the body may do its work. It may do its building. I want you to remember that. Because if you have too much calories running around in your body, the cell will use what it needs. But all the excess is going to be stored as fat. Each cell has a power plant. If you remember your physiology in school, in that cell, the power plant is the mitochondria, if you remember that. And there is let's say, a cycle. I'm not going to go into all of that.